We're all very concerned about the cutting of trees, but more people need more trees for cooking, heating and building. Without plants, the land becomes bare and no animals can live. How do we grow more plants faster than we can use them so life can continue on our lovely planet? Everyone needs to agree, first of all, that what actions kill and what actions regenerate natural resources. What I know is that permanently covered soils ensure that fertility and water are abundant to grow plants and animals. Here are a few ideas on how to grow more forest. You can see that most of the leaves of the trees, the plants, the bushes, the grass, everything has been burnt off. So there's very little growth in this forest right now. And it will remain like this until the rain comes. Well into the rains, it won't recover quickly, because a lot of energy from the roots has to be used up to put new leaves and to regrow this area. In the meantime, a lot of the moisture has been dried out in the soil from the burning, and every day now the sun is going to hit this soil directly and dry it out. So we're losing moisture, we're losing growth, we're losing everything in this forest. You can see the fires even affected high up in the tree. You can see that tree there has been burnt right up at the top. So it won't die, it's quite resistant to fire it's used, but it also won't grow quick. But you can also see something else here, which is the trees which were cut, they shoot. This is a tree which was cut some time back. You can see the stump in there, it was maybe used for firewood or charcoal, and it's got a lot of shoots now. Now this thing has grown back into like a bush. It used to be quite a big tree in the middle. You can see the stump. Now it's got a lot of small shoots. Now what I'm saying is that if we remove those shoots, we have some firewood, and we leave the strongest one in the middle, it will start getting all the energy and start growing up quickly, so that we get our tree looking like a tree and it will grow like a tree fast. And in that way we don't need to really plant trees here, because all the mix of species is already here. We just need to take care of them a little bit better, stop the fires, stop the overgrazing. While they're young like this, the goats tend to come and eat all these leaves, and it stops the growth. And also just to do some pruning, and as we prune we can get firewood for our use. We don't have to stop people cutting here, we just have to change the way they cut. Okay, so this little piece of forest across the road from there hasn't been burnt this year. It escaped the fire somehow, and you can see there's a lot of vegetation here. All the deep-rooted plants are still growing. The grass has died off, and slowly it's being eaten by ants, by termites, and going back into the soil. And whatever's not going in the soil has been mulched. There's a nice mulch on the soil here, and it's protecting moisture, but it's also ready for the rain. If it rains now, the water won't rush away. It will be held by the grass and it will go into the soil. So it really affects infiltration. When we burn, we leave a bare ground and there will be very little vegetation. But you can see all the trees are growing nicely here, and most of a few of them have lost the leaves, but that's just normal. They'll get new leaves in a few weeks. So it's a very big difference when we put fire. And if we manage this forest nicely, and maybe we just harvested branches instead of the whole tree, we take prunings for firewood, we can still harvest this forest, and then it will still remain healthy, and we'll still find mushrooms, delele, fruits, all the year round. We'll be getting medicines, we'll be getting insects from here. You can hear the insects. It's full of life. And it's just really fire and a bit of pruning. Of course, I would like to see some herds of animals through here. Maybe a herd of buffalo or impala, or something with a lot of hooves, or cattle, or sheep, or goats. Just to push down whatever grass is still standing, to eat some of this. There's still some green shoots here. As they eat it, it will stimulate these perennial grasses to grow again. There'll just be more moisture, and the stimulation of a herd of animals would just stimulate all these plants to even grow faster. So that's what we mean about catchment management. I've moved away from the forest there, the nice forest which is still growing, and I just want to show you under the Zesco line here. But here you'll still see there's a lot of trees growing. We don't need to plant trees here. Most of the trees are still here trying to grow. We need to manage this area. Some of these trees have got too many shoots. If we remove a lot of these shoots and we maybe leave one on the old stump in the middle, and then all that energy will be concentrated there, this tree will grow back very quickly. There's no need to plant trees mostly. Here in between, maybe some of the ones that get damaged by fire, regular fire, have disappeared, they've died. So it depends on each area, but mostly when we cut for charcoal or opening a field for slash and burn, we find that the trees don't die. They just need to be regenerated from the root. Thank you so much for listening.